My wife said I had no rights to the kids I raised since birth. Then I made one phone call that changed everything. I'm done pretending you matter, Sylvia said, sliding papers across the kitchen table. I'm taking the kids to New Zealand. Already accepted a job there. She leaned back, satisfied. Fun fact, you never legally adopted them. That paperwork you signed, just guardianship, temporary. She laughed at my silence. 8 years of playing daddy, but legally, you're nobody to them. My lawyer says you can't even fight this. When? I asked. 2 weeks. I already told the school they're transferring. She stood, adjusting her designer bag. Don't make this messy, Edwin. Don't traumatize them with some dramatic goodbye. I watched her stride toward the door, shoulders back, absolutely certain she'd won. But instead of the panic she expected, I felt strangely calm, almost peaceful. She'd forgotten about the people who made those kids possible in the first place. 8 years ago, Sylvia and I were stupidly in love, but we couldn't conceive. We tried everything. IVF, fertility treatments, prayers to gods I didn't believe in. The doctor said Sylvia was fine, but my count was too low. The defeat nearly broke me. I dreamed of being a father since I was 20, sketching tree houses and notebooks, coaching imaginary little league games in my head. Then we found the embryo adoption program. Most people wanted fresh IVF, but embryo adoption meant giving frozen embryos a chance at life. Sylvia thought it was weird, accepting someone else's babies. She only agreed because I begged. The biological parents, George and Marisol, were different from others. They'd created 12 embryos during their own IVF journey, had 3 kids, and wanted their remaining embryos to have life, but they were picky about who'd raise them. Why not destroy them? Sylvia had asked bluntly during our first meeting. Marisol's eyes went cold. George answered carefully, because they're potential people, our genetic children. Would you destroy your children? Sylvia shrugged. I jumped in, explaining my dreams of fatherhood, of teaching kids to ride bikes, of science projects and camping trips. I talked for 20 minutes straight about the life I'd give these children. George and Marisol watched me, not Sylvia. They interviewed 12 couples. We were chosen, but Marisol insisted on a strange addition to the paperwork. Something about maintaining contact, about biological parents' wishes being considered in major decisions. Sylvia signed without reading. I read every word. The twins arrived perfect and screaming. I held them first, fed them first, changed those first explosive diapers while Sylvia recovered from her C-section. She complained about breastfeeding, switched to formula immediately. I did the 2 a.m. feedings gladly. For 8 years, I was everything. Doctor appointments, parent-teacher conferences, Halloween costumes, homework help. Sylvia existed in their periphery. The pretty mom who traveled for work, who kissed them goodnight when she remembered, who couldn't name their teachers or favorite foods. Last month, she missed Ben's piano recital for a yoga retreat. Last week, she forgot Sam's birthday until I reminded her. But now she wanted them for her new life's aesthetic. That evening after her announcement, I tucked the twins in, kissing their foreheads longer than usual. From the doorway, Sylvia watched, probably thinking I was saying goodbye. Let her think that. Once she left for her evening meditation class, I went to my office and pulled out the adoption file. The agency's number was highlighted, next to George and Marisol's contact information. They'd insisted I keep it, just in case, Marisol had said. George answered on the second ring. Edwin, it's been years. How are the boys? George, I need help, I said, and told him everything. Silence. Then Marisol's voice. She'd been listening on speaker. That woman thinks she can take our babies? The babies we gave to you? Her voice was sharp, protective. She has no idea who she's dealing with. Don't worry, George said, his lawyer voice emerging. We're flying out tomorrow. We'll take care of it. The courtroom was packed. Sylvia had posted about fighting for her babies on social media. One day before Sylvia's flight to New Zealand, she strutted in, then froze. George and Marisol sat with me holding hands. Your Honor, George stood. We're the biological parents of the twins. We're here to contest this custody arrangement. Sylvia's lawyer shuffled papers nervously. They gave up their rights. Actually, Marisol interrupted, producing documents. We retained specific oversight rights. Page 12, highlighted. We chose Edwin as the father, not her. She was just the incubator. The judge reviewed the paperwork. Mrs. Santos, did you read this before signing? Sylvia's mouth opened, closed. It says here, the judge continued, biological parents maintain veto power over custody changes. They must approve any relocation. We don't approve, George stated firmly. We gave our genetic children to Edwin. She can leave. Our children stay. Sylvia's face went white. But I'm their mother. No, Marisol said coldly. You're the woman who forgot their birthday. Edwin is their parent. The judge nodded. Custody awarded to Mr. Edwin Santos. Mrs. Santos, your flight leaves tomorrow, alone. Sylvia never contacted them from New Zealand. The boys haven't noticed. They're too busy building that treehouse I sketched years ago.